It's
Are
5
we?
o'clock. I think
Ding, 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 ding.
it should be live. So let's see. Let's hope so. Yes. There we go.
Yes.
There we
Time.
are. We
I
made
think
it.
we did it.
We're on time.
Gobble, gobble,
Hey,
everybody.
yes.
November.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I
It's a good
asked
month. Good
I
month.
asked the other day, I said to Pamela, what I will be down next week, for Thanksgiving and all that. And when we're picking up her youngest as a senior this year in college. And I was waiting to hear all the food plans. And do you know what I got to ask about? Well, I want the front porch screened in, and it's going to need caulking and painting, and that deck thing that you're trying to put the sail up. I'm going to have them actually sink the timbers in that, and they're going to build a frame, but it'll probably need painting too. And it's like nobody's handing me a turkey leg; they're handing me a caulking gun and a
Right.
paintbrush. I
Oh,
don't.
that's so
This
awesome.
That's the
this
way it
is not
rolls,
right.
man.
This is not right.
That's so awesome.
This is not
I
right.
yeah. My
Uh,
list is long myself.
it
So
happens. So,
it
although
does.
the screened in front porch will be very nice because she did buy me a glider for my birthday, and
Oh,
those skeeters down there in Texas are bigger than y'all
yeah.
have in
Oh man,
Nebraska and
yeah.
we have in Missouri.
Oh
So
yeah.
I would, and she put a ceiling fan above my thing too. So
Oh,
year round I can sit out there with the dog. But yeah, the screen we do need.
who's gonna
So,
like it more?
oh, that lazy dog. Well,
That's awesome.
you guys have been on the road and new products and all that kind of stuff. I got pictures from your recent
Yeah.
shows, and we got a ton of shows to talk about. And
Yep. It has been crazy the last couple of weeks. So yep,
wow,
we've been a lot of double up shows.
I saw
Yep.
that.
Yeah, even triple ups. We had a couple triple ups running
Oh
around
yeah.
the country, right? So we
Oh
were at
yeah.
three different
Wow.
places there for
Twice. It was like this is
twice in a
crazy.
month and a half or something
Yeah.
like that.
Wow.
So
Well, we'll dive
but it
in
worked
here.
out.
Let me
So,
find it, and there we go. Can we see? Do we see your dad?
yeah.
There we go. We'll go.
There is.
I've got this is combination our new model pictures, and
Yep.
then this is also our roundup of stuff. And this was, I think, what the thing on Facebook said that you'd lost Dave.
Yes.
We did for a
You
bit.
you couldn't see him. You come down around the corner and all you saw was this pile of Intermountain boxes, and it was like we didn't know who was behind it anymore. So
And yeah, look at all those blue rocks. Those are your
yep.
exclusives. And there it is.
Oh
Boy,
yeah.
that is just an absolutely stellar car. I love all the detail on that. I noted in when I was writing the car up for Model Railroad News how you can, if you're careful, work those clamshell doors open and shut if you want, and there are decks in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But boy, it's a nice, and boy, the metal plates were just absolutely stunning and perfect
Yep.
across that
Yep.
car. I mean, look at
Yep.
that. I remember how those would look rolling empty like that, and you kind of see that, how I guess the holes, you see some of that
Yep.
effect here even in the
Yep.
pictures. Yeah. But boy, that's a beautiful car and exclusive to you guys. And what, there were six road numbers?
Yep. Six.
Yep.
This
Six row.
is yeah. That's
Yeah.
This set group would be 7 through 12 on the
Ah,
numbers. So we have a total of 12 HOs out there. If you've had them before, you can get six more.
well. There's
wow.
12 end scales too.
Oh,
So
that's
it's the
true.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Same
Oh,
on
that's
board.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful bi-level rack by Intermountain. And that is again exclusive to Spring Creek. So if you want this beautiful to rock, that's how you got to get it. Is column up there. But real nice. See the
Yep.
the side by side cot stencil and then the wheel dot saying that it's approved for interchange from those cracking wheels of the late 1970s. But really nice. Now this picture, Jeff,
Ah,
Jeff, be honest. This I saw it was captioned daycare. You are dropping Mike off for the day with peanut butter and jelly and saying, I
Heck
don't want
yeah.
to get a call or a bad report this afternoon. That way you can
I
get some work done and he stays there and plays with trains at a daycare all day.
well, I think you'd hope for that,
Who's got
but
the better end of that deal? That's what I want to say. So
yeah, right.
So what is the story on this?
So
Is this
this
in
is
Deshler?
Spring Creek Kids. That's catty corner from us here at Spring
Oh,
Creek Model Trains, but that's a group in town that developed a nonprofit daycare center. So part of our challenges here in South Central Nebraska or just rural Nebraska is having enough daycare facilities or daycare spaces, I guess I'll call it, for working families. So this
wow.
is this group's working to shorten that issue, right? Or
Wow, that's
combat
very
that issue
cool.
by opening a daycare center. So
Yep.
It's pretty awesome for the town.
And what Spring Creek? I assume did you donate is that Brio or the little wooden
Yeah,
trains?
it's
Yeah.
a little mix of everything. There is some original Thomas stuffs in the blue tote that you can't see, but yeah, we had that table was Joe's at one point, but he wasn't using it anymore. So it's like, well, let's get it to a place where somebody can put it to use.
And then
Well,
we've sold a lot of like wooden track
yeah.
system or something. I forget what it's the actual name, but we've gotten a lot of that. That's compatible to Thomas.
That is so
And that's kind of
awesome.
what we sell. So
That's awesome. It's fun y'all did that. That's really cool.
yeah,
And then the other thing coming up, this will be a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, three
yeah,
weeks, right after Thanksgiving, the Deshler
yeah,
Express. And that's
It,
there in the Thayer County, the center where I always look forward to for train shows, right?
yep.
yeah,
So this is our second year doing Deshler Express. This has started with our Chamber of Commerce here in town. They do this vendor deal down at the activity center, and then we tie on to that by having the store open and everything, and promoting this. It gives an opportunity for bring a group, bring your significant other, come on down. Right, there's a lot of different things to do, and you can stop by the store. The store is going to be open, right? Jeff and I and Glenda will all be
yep,
here,
yep,
and we'll be running in-store sales, so in-store only sales that day. So if you make it down to Deshler, right, you got an opportunity to take advantage of some in-store sales. So we did
yep.
this last year and had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So
it was a good day. It was a lot of fun.
we're still kicking around. If our guy that did the scenery clinic, he may have a family commitment, so I don't know if we can pull that off yet. But we're trying to make maybe a clinic happen too that same day. So
And I see pancakes.
Yeah,
yes.
yep.
That caught my attention. And I'm thinking, well, I'd be back from Texas, and how really do I got to leave from Plattsburgh to get up to Deshler in time to catch pancakes? I assume I get to be Santa Claus because I am working on the beard.
I love it.
We
You better
got
make it happen. We
we
have one guy in
we got
town that
one
kind of
guy.
owns Santa
Yeah.
He
Claus.
kind of owns it. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So that is coming
Yeah.
up December the 7th.
You would like the pancake. It's a wheel that just spins, right? And then just
Oh,
by the time the
wow.
wheel gets back around, the pancake's done. So
Oh,
it's pretty
that's so
awesome.
cool. That
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
awesome. Now,
So
which show was this, Jeff? I saw this
this was a great train show in Shakopee, Minnesota.
wow, I wasn't going to try to say it. That's why I asked you. It's like, well, you were there, maybe you know how to say it. Wow, we're
Yep,
in Minnesota, huh? Wow, a
in
great train
Minnesota.
show.
Yeah,
Wow.
I went up there so Dad could go to the RPM in Forest Hill, Texas.
Hmm.
We had a lot of fun with that. So um, I went up there and did that. I'll tell you, it was a challenge because they didn't have very wide aisles, so
Oh,
we couldn't set. I just had to dump everything out of the trailer and then set up
wow.
the booth tables and whatnot. So it made for a long setup.
Wow. It is always so awesome, the stuff you set up. And then I saw this that get in and get stuff before Mike buys everything.
Yeah,
Don't you love that?
that's right. That's what that is.
Well,
And
my
that's as
daughter was
bad.
chasing me around that day,
Yeah, I know.
and
Well, it's
she
as
was,
bad as me that you go in there
yeah,
and say, well,
yeah,
wait a minute, when did these come out? Or, well, maybe I need that too.
yeah.
Yeah,
If the
yeah,
camera angle in our office was a little different, you would see how bad Mike's pile is.
yeah.
Oh, and this, I think,
You can see mine right
right
here.
back there. Yeah.
Part of it. That's a very small part of it.
And this I always forget about in this time of year with holidays and stuff, some of the bigger gauges,
Yep.
get a
Yeah,
little attention. I'd forgotten this was posted the other day, sorting through the O.
Yep.
And that
yeah,
yes, Spring Creek does have some O scale. And
yeah.
you can see up here, this is the stuff that I'll poke around looking at.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Is
old LBF kits.
yeah,
Yeah,
when you're in Spring Creek, I know there's a whole lot to see in front of you. Make sure you look around everywhere because I've had to get Dave or somebody to pull stuff down off. It's like, oh, those are sets of those neat old LBF like aluminum coal porter
yeah.
hoppers or something. And
And
yeah,
that's what we're down to. We're out of all the other kits. We're down just the
wow,
coal cars. So
neat
that's a
stuff
weird
there.
feeling with as much LBF and ENC shops as we had back in the
Oh,
day.
for a
So
time, yeah. And I was pulling those. I'd come home and look and see what cars I didn't have or had never picked up and was pulling samples. So yeah, I got a whole shelf of stuff I bought over the years on that.
Now look at that.
And I
yeah,
think this was somewhere in Kansas.
Mm,
I think your dad took this?
probably. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. This old Kyle, that's an FMC car, Northwestern. And the thing that caught my eye, I think I got it. Yeah, what is that a display? That old Mopac Jeep?
I don't know what that is.
That's
It's
pretty
got to be an
awesome.
elevator.
Yeah, it's
Could
at
be
an
a display.
elevator somewhere in Kansas, and you can see there's the little Broadway Limited track mobile that does the
Right.
work. But yeah, look at that old Mopac Jeep. It's like, oh, where in Kansas is that? I've swung through there
That'd be
sometime.
Downs.
That's what I was
Yes,
thinking.
yeah, Downs,
That was the
Downs,
last place they
Kansas.
went
Yeah,
through.
but really awesome. And that always checks Spring Creek's Facebook because they shoot pictures when they're out heading to these shows, and it's always fun to see. And I think this was that RPM you were talking about, wasn't it, Jeff?
I'm not
Wichita,
sure what that one
or
is.
is this
Oh, this
Texas?
is Oklahoma City. That's
Oklahoma
what that is.
City, yeah. And neat
So we just
stuff.
got told on that Mopac it's at the
It's not an original.
yeah, it's not original. Just looks the part
Just
of an old
painted for it.
Mopac.
Wow.
Yep.
Neat looking though. And look at all that
Thanks
stock.
for that, Lucas.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the neat things about any show for Spring Creek is it is a real live hobby shop at a train show. And look at all that stuff.
Yeah.
Really neat to see. So if there's
Yeah,
something
that's
that's come out recently, there's a good chance they'll have it sitting there on the shelf.
yeah.
Yep, good
And Mom and
chance.
Dad
Yep.
had a good show down there. They say they feel that Oklahoma City show is on an upward trend. So that's
Oh,
awesome to
good.
hear
Yep.
Good.
for all of us who remember what it was back in the day.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that used to be a big dog, kind of like Galesburg and other shows, and yet it seems
Yeah,
like
that
it
was a
hasn't.
big time show.
Yeah. Then we'll roll into some of the new stuff. You got
Ooh.
these. Boy, these are unbelievable. The scale trains, HO scale rivet counter SD45 is back,
Yep.
and they did the rear grands in the large and small
Oh, yeah.
flying, and oh my gosh, those are just spectacular models. The more I look at them, the better they look. I love that butterfly frog hanging
Yeah.
off the
The
back
re-railer.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really sweet. And I think I got, yeah, here's pictures of
There it
both.
is.
There's 5327 over in Utah. Look at that old green diamond IC rack back there
Yeah.
with
That's awesome.
military. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
This is a 1969 Jim Boyd picture. And I think it's Salt Lake City. It'd be Roper Yard or something like that.
Sure.
But wow. And then there's the small flying paint and pretty late. I mean, boy, that rear grand, you can see the SP tunnel motor back there.
Yep.
I
Yep.
forget the year on this, but I mean, these things ran and ran and ran. My dad got some of these models and he said, only thing I think is the re-railer. It looks too big or something. I said, no, Dad. I said, look at these prototype pictures. I said, that re-railer gets so dirty so fast. You don't you don't see it.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, at first it looks huge, but yeah, and they did this double fuel spigots as you see here on both sides of the air tank, so that
Yep.
they
Yep.
basically can. I need that on my Lincoln, so when I pull up to like a gas station, I just grab two
Right, get
pumps
her-
and boom, get her done. But I think they had that on both sides of a lot of the rear grand units at one time. But boy, Scale Trains really knocked that one out of the park, and I think I've seen a lot of those already sold out. So I don't know
Yep.
what you all
Yes, they
got
are.
on stock.
Yeah,
Oh, we
on
still
those.
got them. They're on the web, ready
Okay.
for purchase.
But as I say, they are beauties. And this is what I'm doing with my stuff for reviews on these. I'm putting together rear grand horsepower of the 1960s
Oh,
for
that's
Model
awesome.
Railroad News and doing this, this what the Kraus Maffei from Pico America in HO, which is a beauty. I think it was 4,000, might have been rated at 4,000 horsepower. That's why it's ML 4,000. And
Mm.
then, of course, 3,600 SD45s. And I have heard from Pico we will see more rear grands with tooling variations. So the screens cut down in the silver part below the air intake on the sides, and then those like elephant ear ductwork hoods that they put on too to try to get better air. Pico's sales
right.
have been strong enough on these KMs that more are coming, and they're tooling up some variants. But
Oh,
Man,
that's
that's
pretty
wild.
awesome. Yeah, that's
that is
cool.
amazing. Nice to
People have
hear.
been
Nice
pretty
to know.
excited about those just from the uniqueness of them. Right?
Yeah, they
Where
are.
did
They
you
are
get
so good.
they?
This is
Oh,
the new Intermountain
yeah.
announcement.
And
Ooh.
and Jeff, they're not only doing this in HO, they're doing it.
They're
What
doing it
is?
in the little guys too.
Wait a minute. I think. Hey, see if I try to write it down to remember.
It started in the N scale.
What
and then
is it?
it
Oh,
came up
that's
to
it. That's it. That's it. Yeah,
came
in
up to
scale.
the
It went
HO.
In
okay.
scale.
Went up
Yeah.
to HO. So
So yes, the Skybox for aerospace loads coming back from Intermountain. I think they're 42.99, but don't quote me on that. And yeah, in scale HO, this is only 4 of maybe 6 or 8. There's like 2 UPs, X
Yep.
Mopacs. I love the like Lockheed and the big Boeing
Yeah.
on like that Great Northern Santa Fe. And this is not just the, we were talking about LBF and some of those older. This was, I think, Hubert's sold
Yep.
this tooling,
Yep.
but while it is based in some of that, I talked to Chris Palomares, and this will have separate grabs, separate ladders. So
Oh, good.
they are going to take the
Next step.
Yeah.
yeah,
They've updated it. Yeah.
bring them up. I think in both HO and N. But
Oh,
So
man,
I've
this
always been just a funny story here. So I've always been kind of looking this for my own little, proto freelance railroad of having 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of these run on my layout. So I was at the Denver show this last April, walking around the show. I had slow time or whatever. Find the 2 that, the big red SP
oh yeah, with Arrow,
skybox,
yeah,
right? Which I think they're redoing.
yeah.
Found it. Of course, never thought they'd ever redo them again. Thought I got a good deal because I'd never seen them, right? I haven't seen them for
Oh,
years.
they're
And I'm like,
rare
oh,
rare
okay, I'll
ducks.
pay
Yeah.
that. I'll pay that to get those, right? Just as like,
How
And then the
much?
bottom,
and then like,
the bottom falls out.
well, and here they are. It's just like,
Well, thank you for doing
Thank
that.
you, Mike.
that was
Yes, yeah,
awesome.
Jeff. I was about to say this is the same as when someone custom paints something and then
Yep,
it gets announced or kit bashes something. It's
yep,
like, oh, did you know they just announced that? I'm like, oh, so yeah, thanks for buying those because I haven't bought them in years because they're so dang overpriced. Like, oh, I'm not
right.
Oh,
paying
yeah.
that for
I
'em.
know.
Yeah, but
I debated all weekend and then finally bought them.
what'd you pay
Makes
for
me
'em?
consider
What,
dumping my
wait,
kits.
what'd you pay for them? I'll give you 10 cents on the dollar now.
They'll be in the
Uh,
mail.
there you go. But these will be very nice. And as I say, they're being upgraded, and there's a bunch of other road names. I'm sure you guys will be taking orders on
Oh
these.
yeah.
Don't miss out on them because this is one that I get emails and stuff on probably a couple times a year of, do you know any place that, or how about, and it's like, yeah, no, it was a Hubert's model. I don't know. Intermountain, I think, has it, but yeah, hard to tell. So awesome to see that come back. I kind of like this. This was in Walthers
Yep. Their
packet of
main
stuff for
line.
the
Yeah.
month. This is
Yep.
I really like these mainline cars because they're priced good. I mean, whenever I'm up at the store there, I tend to buy a lot of Athearn and Train Man and Walthers because you just see road names and things that look cool, and it'll
Yep.
only
Yeah.
be,
Yep.
it's a good price car. These are $34.95 retail, and this is a new tooling sliding door 50-foot coming from the main line this winter. I like some of I love the Burlington will be really nice with the
Yep.
aluminum roof. And
Yeah,
that
that's cool.
Wabash is sweet with Serving the
The
Heart of
heart.
America. Yeah, I like both
Yeah.
those. Then the other new tooling car that they announced is a 70-ton 3-bay, and it's going to come out with the 2 different, the arched ends as well
Right.
as flat. And of course, that Peabody's cool, and the Minneapolis and St. Louis is nice as
Yes.
well.
That red one's awesome.
That's very cool. And boy, I think we talked about these, and I
Yeah.
busted these open. And I sent the Illinois Central pair off to a reviewer to review, and I've got this Burlington commuter one. I can't believe. I mean, we talk
Hey,
about models today and all the detail on them. Look at these E units. I don't know why they don't fall through the floor when you set them down for all the detail on them. I mean, it's incredible all the stuff on those. They really did a nice job. This is
yeah.
Rapido HO, and as you can see, the IC has even got the ditch lights cut in the face, and I believe they do function. But
They're
wow,
supposed to.
I can't
From what
remember
I've
now.
read.
Yeah, as I say, I sent that off to, so I don't have it. I've got the BN one, and I haven't put it on the track yet to test yet. I took pictures, but boy, they are wonderful models from Rapido. And have you gotten a look at the HO Jeep 38s up close?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are cool.
They're nice.
They're very nice, yeah. And that BNSF, I thought it was neat how they did the cut in that late Santa Fe era, patching the upper light and the number boards and cutting the light in the nose and capping the class lights. It's a sharp
Yep.
looking, yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't think you see enough of that Heritage One with the circle cross and the older
Right.
BNSF style. Now that's starting to look like, oh yeah, I wish I'd see more of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're starting
Yeah,
to
we're
pick
starting to
up.
get it.
Yeah.
a little bit more,
People are looking for it a lot more.
Yeah.
especially on locomotives.
Mm-hmm.
But those are really sweet working ditch lights on those as well. A bunch of road names. I know you guys probably got those in from Rapido DCC Sound with I think
Oh, yeah.
ESU and yeah, really nice. And boy, this was a nice from
Yeah.
That was
Tangent.
a surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, Tangent
The
scale
UP
models.
one is awesome.
I was intrigued by that. I know he's got
Oh, now
pictures.
you just upset all the MKT guys.
I was gonna
Probably,
say
but
that
it's pretty cool.
it's a nice bunch. These big cars I always love, but yeah, the Katy I'd kind of forgotten. It's like yeah, they were there. That I think that's when Daramus was their president and later went over to KCS and
Mm.
guy took red with him both places, or vice versa. I forget how that goes, but and I of course this Mopac Buzzsaw is beautiful Greenville.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
the buzzsaw is always neat.
That is nice, and that is a
That's
repaint.
actually
Or
a
the
Screaming
eagle,
Eagle.
screaming eagle. Yeah,
Screaming
sorry.
Eagle, yeah,
Yeah,
and that's a repaint. I think that's a nice thing on Tangent. You go to the website, he's usually got prototype pictures, and he explains all the, when is it, what is it, what's all on it, because there's so much on these cars. And yeah, this I thought was neat. I honestly can't. I mean, it seems like UP painted that stuff out so fast. And again, I know he's got pictures on it. He didn't conjure this up, but that was oh wow, I don't remember seeing like a
yeah,
Katy patched high cube, but how cool is that?
yeah. I thought that was neat.
But this is a whole new run of these Greenville 86-foot four-door high cubes. And I love all the stuff he does. Like some of them go back and have the marks where they had the grabs up to the top and the cleats on
Mm-hmm.
the roof for where
Yeah.
they had
Yeah.
running boards. These just beautiful models.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a Ford guy, but Oxford Diecast sent this to me recently, and I had to look it up because it's a Plymouth. It's like, no, I don't know anything about it. So I had to start digging through stuff. 65 or 6 Barracuda.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
65, I think, because the claim is it is the first Detroit fastback that it beats the Ford's original Mustang, which I thought the Mustang was 64, but the stuff I found on it said that it's the first little fastback, and this is a new HO vehicle from Oxford Diecast, which I love.
Oxford,
I
yeah.
love their cars. They're really neat little
Yes.
cars and painted well. And this goofy little Nash, look at that,
Yeah.
how they did the cloth top roof.
Yep.
That's pretty standout.
It really is. And I love them big, thick white walls.
Yep.
But yeah,
They do a
very
great
neat.
job. I mean, I
They,
love their
they really
cars.
do.
Them and Burkina are just knocking
Oh,
it apart.
really neat stuff. But these are two recent from Oxford Diecast. And then Nick Molo's
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
cars.
The
Yeah.
waffles.
And now you guys got a bunch of these, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've come and gone a couple times for us.
Yep.
Wow. But yeah, these I thought were just tremendous looking cars. And like that Frisco, look at the little yellow
Yep.
piece
The
on the trucks, and then there's separate parts in with the car for that as well. And I love that double plug Mopac with the matching brown trucks.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those are sweet, really neat cars.
Yeah, they're super detailed. The door detail is incredible.
Oh, it's
We were
amazing.
that was the one we were looking at was the Mopac.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at
Yeah, the
that.
double plugs were
Yep.
impressive.
When we started shipping them.
I mean, I mean, the ACI label is separate. The door stoppers, like on that Mopac, you can see the 4 of them, 2 on each side
Mhm.
for rolling out the doors and to catch them. And those waffle cars are just so cool. And there's been models of them from time to time, but boy, I tell you, this is easily one of the best I've ever seen done. And I think these are ACF prototypes, and Moloco's got a bunch of other stuff coming. And you
Yeah.
Yep.
check out Spring Creek, always gets these kind of things in too, because some of these can be pretty good challenge to find at times, because
Yep.
not everybody. It's like Tangent that
Not
knows
everybody's
and
carrying
carried
it.
them. Yeah. Bowser, these little round top cars, I always find it neat. Some
And
of
these
the
X31s.
yeah, the road names he pulled out. That Ashley Drew and Northern I thought was kind of neat in this green color, double door, and then I think pulled a single door.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
yeah, some
That
of
one
those
meteor.
yeah. And you guys still, I think, have some maybe on the ballast cars. If you go to your website and hit the exclusives button,
Yeah,
There's
we
a
got
couple.
we have I think it's the Santa Fe quality logoed
Mhm.
cars are still available in the custom, and we still have a few of original Bowser ones too.
huh,
So
very cool.
the one
And
that
those,
sticks to mind, I think, is NL and N is down
Mhm.
there.
And then this car,
Oh yeah.
boy, Coil cars now. You all have got your Coil car from Intermountain. And I was digging through my pictures looking for this Greenbrier that Rapido was announced. And this is a shot I took a year or two ago down in Texas. And you've got the single hood, that new Greenbrier. There's an old double hood around it, and then there's angled hoods. And these newer cars, there's some of those with the real short hoods. I mean, Coil cars are just crazy anymore as far as
Yeah.
how they look. But this is you guys is exclusive from this is the old red caboose tooling that's
Yep.
Intermountain. And we talked on it before. These are in stock. Is there 6 numbers on these still?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Still got
And
them all.
it is a beautiful car. 1977 build date. I think this is an Evans prototype with the angled hoods. And this was always kind of the Achilles heel of that old red caboose. Beautiful car, but it doesn't weigh anything. And now it does. That you
Yep.
get the set of those are metal loads, and I think it brings the car up to about 4 ounces, which doubles the car. So it was very light. But now
That's awesome.
I ran this car all around, all through turnouts, everything else, both with the loads and without, and it just performs spectacularly. And I love this black the Rock. You guys are so good on doing that Rock Island stuff, and everybody. I feel like everybody loves Rock Island. I guess maybe because I do, but
It's
it's a
pretty
There's a lot
popular
of it.
still. It's
yeah.
amazing. I mean, I think we're getting to that age group. Everybody remembers it,
Yeah.
before it went bankrupt. And it's really
Boy,
cool on the wood
yeah,
detail.
the
I mean, yeah,
planking
you can see
and the
the plank and the
separators, yeah.
grains. They did
And
a
then
nice
this is
job.
see-through on the walkway all the
Yeah.
way around, coupler cut lever, train line hose. Boy, it's a beautiful car. And then again, here's the Greenbrier, which looks
Yeah.
odd with that square top. And these are shots over just on the Kansas side here, about an hour from me over in Leavenworth on those. And it's coming out. It'll be a Rapido model. It almost doesn't look like a
Look at
Coil car.
those.
I feel like you ought to raise that up and there'd be a loaf of white bread in there to make sandwiches.
Yeah, right.
That's
Bread
awesome.
I
box.
mean, it's a
Yeah.
bread box, isn't it?
Hey, that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, start calling them the bread box.
The bread box, but that's really cool. And I think that's what I got for new stuff and what you guys probably got. Who's going to Train Fest?
I get it to go.
Ah, Milwaukee's always beautiful this time of year, Jeff. You know?
It never
Yeah.
snows. It never snows. That's
I
great.
don't
It
know.
never.
I
It
don't
never
Yeah.
snows before
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
I love the lake effect wind. It's great.
Whew,
Great.
yeah.
Oh man. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hopeful I'll get a bunch of pictures and see what every manufacturer is bringing out. Wish they're keeping it close to the vest. We don't know anything more than anybody else,
Right.
So that's
I think
that's
one
kind of
thing.
how the world works right now when it comes to the new models. They don't really want to share.
Right. One thing that we've
Uh,
seen, the challenge with roadbed that's out there, and Walthers just announced in their
Oh, yeah.
latest announcement that foam roadbed. And I was
Yeah.
talking to our sales rep there, and she was telling us they'll have a display right of that roadbed at their booth. So I really hoping Jeff and Dad can get over there and take a look at it and get some thoughts if it's going to meet up against, be equivalent to cork, right?
Yeah.
Because
And
obviously it appears that we, as a hobby, need something
better than or
besides
different.
cork,
Yeah.
right?
right.
And I think, Walters puts out that nice update video, and Dana,
Yeah.
used to be with Kalmbach, his last name I'm
Koala.
blank. Koala, yes. Talked through those and talked about it being a bit different to the way it's a foam based roadbed, but we all think of that. Is it Woodland Scenics
Mm-hmm.
sells that roll? And that was
Mm-hmm.
my first thought. It's like that, but they said something like it's a closed bubble or smaller bubble or something
More
foam.
dense, right?
More
Is
dense,
what we're
yes.
hearing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
so
should stand up better and not sink
yeah,
or compress over time.
neat.
Yeah, I'm
So I
looking.
don't know. I think that's kind of exciting in my opinion.
That
I
is
know
a nice
that's not a
piece, yeah.
train car or a locomotive, but if we
No,
don't
it's a
have
good.
cork or some kind of roadbed, our hobby hurts.
Right, right. I mean, I know there's Homosote or Homobed out there still, but
Mhm.
um, you have to really want to work with that because it's pretty dirty, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
excited to see it because I don't want to go through another shortage again.
yeah.
Yeah.
as a hobby store or as a modeler.
Modeler, really,
So-
right?
And I think
the
that's
end
coming
game.
in obviously the strips that you can peel apart to do curves. I think there's turnout pads and then there's yard sections.
Yard section.
So yeah, you can buy a big rectangle of it. And
Yeah.
that's all new from Walthers track line. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. So I don't know.
Uh,
What else are you excited about? You getting excited and somebody that we should pay attention to? I know you can't
Nothing.
talk about a
There's
product or whatever.
nothing going
but
on in the hobby. Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm not,
Nothing.
I'm not
I
buying
don't
nothing.
believe this.
I don't, you
I
know,
don't believe
I got to
this.
find something to watch on TV. Might take the dog out for a walk. It has nothing to do with my trains. There are a number of neat announcements for Train Fest that I know will be exciting. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Some good N scale ones.
Oh, I never ask about that. I don't know any models in scale.
Oh man.
Actually, there was a very neat in scale item that I think has been delayed, but it, yeah.
Okay. I'll keep
Yeah.
my eyes. I'll keep
So,
my hopes up
it's
though.
gonna,
And
yeah.
I don't care about a delay. I mean, what the heck? It'll come
Uh-huh.
next time, right? Or
Yeah,
the next show.
So no, yeah,
His-
there's some
his
neat
pile
stuff.
doesn't need to get any bigger.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And I
They're
think
coming
it's
out with some sweet retooled SP stuff. Everybody is. So that's
wow.
pretty
Well,
exciting.
that's true.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
I
there's
finally
more-
twisted his arm to get a tunnel motor. So
The new tunnel motor, yeah. I got a
All the
bunch of the
scale
old
trains.
Intermountain ones. I got a
Yeah.
ton of the Intermountain.
but those scale trains ones, man,
Yeah.
yeah. I've got my assistant editor has got a couple he's working with, and we got Clem Harris out in Albuquerque has reviewed the Rio Grande and something else, and I took apart a Kodachrome so I could get pictures of all the innards on it, and I think both of them have kept asking me, "You got a home for that yet? Is that going anyplace?" It's a beautiful
awesome.
model. That's how you know a model's
Yeah.
good is when they keep.
Yeah, right.
I saw the pictures of that. What are you doing with that? And
Yeah.
it's like, well, I liked it so much, I'm gonna start doing in scale. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, but no,
That's
it
awesome.
is very sweet, and yeah, nice model. That's new from Scale Trains. Yeah.
Yep.
So after Train
So,
Fest, don't we have a show in Kansas?
we
Is there
have
a show in
Train
Kansas
Fest
City?
and Albuquerque, which is the Rails Along the Rio Grande show. And then at Collinsville moved. It used to be the first right after Thanksgiving, the same week, but they moved it to the first weekend in December. So our folks are super excited that they don't have to go anywhere for Thanksgiving.
So that's the same weekend as Deshler Express. So we're
Yeah.
quasi
December
doubled
7th.
up that
wow,
weekend
okay.
too. So yeah.
And then the last show of the year is the Boulder County Fairgrounds in Longmont, Colorado.
Oh wow.
For a train show out there. It's a train show and a rock and gem show or something. Mom likes going because she finds gifts for the granddaughters.
Yeah.
So,
it's a 3-day show. They have a good time. They
Yeah.
get a good
3-day
crowd.
show. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about that? Huh. And that's in
And then we roll over to
Longmont,
the-
north of Denver. Yeah.
Yep.
we
Yep.
roll over to the new year. So, and then that'll kick off a whole lot more crazy.
Yeah. A lot
Early
more
on,
crazy.
especially. So,
Oh, absolutely. And I assume you guys are making the trek to Amherst at the end of January.
oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. All of us will be out there for that. And we're doubled up several times at the first part of the year. So as the trailer heads out there, Jeff and I have to cover some other shows at that same time. So
Wow. Have you guys seen any snow out your way?
we have not.
We
Just
have
a lot
not.
of rain.
Which we are thankful for the rain.
Same
Yeah, we got
here.
one.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
so dry. We finally got some rain, but I think in the last week or so, I kept seeing 70 at about Goodland to
Yeah.
the Front Range Denver was closed. I'm like,
Yep.
closed because of why? And it's like closed because of snow. It's
Yep.
like, no
Yeah.
way. It's like, well, keep it out there. Don't
You're right.
let
Yeah.
it get
They were
over
getting
here.
dumped on. Yeah.
I think
Mike gets to go driving down there through it.
Well, let's
Hopefully
hope
it's not
hey,
snowing
don't
anymore.
be talking about it. We don't have to talk about it.
Oh, I
We're
think
gonna make it.
I think they're teasing some snow. I think you all miss it, and I think I just miss it. That it's going to come up between us, so it'll be
Oh wow.
south of you, north of me, early next week, a little bit across northeastern Kansas and into Iowa. And Bandit and I are heading down for the holiday for a couple of weeks. So,
That's
Nice.
awesome.
minute I
That'll
see
be
the
fun.
snow, it's like, oh, get in the car, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's head south.
We'll come
Oh,
back when it's time
We'll
to
bring
mow
the
yard
rain with
again.
us.
Well, we haven't even talked about Black Friday or any of that. So
Yeah, so
Oh,
be
yeah.
watching. Everybody, watch out for our Facebook page and stuff. Will be some Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales that we'll be posting out there. Kind of a either just the weekend or maybe just a 1 day kind of sale going on. So we'll be doing stuff there, maybe a little bit different than last year. Is kind of what we're talking about. Then if you're on our newsletter, we'll be sending out a different sale through our newsletter.
for those who subscribe.
Yep. So subscribe to our newsletter. It's out on our homepage of our website down at the bottom. So you can get that. We try to post new announcements there to pre-orders. So that comes out probably 3, 4 times a month. We send an email out with different information. So a lot of the same stuff that we go over through here, right? Of the announcements from the manufacturers that you can see. So, but yeah, be watching out for that. So those are coming together now. We've been finding time now, putting together the info and getting it out there.
Yeah. And for us for the holiday, we are going to be closed that whole weekend. So Thursday through until Monday. Well, Thursday through Sunday we are closed.
So those Black Friday specials will be like web
Just
Online.
things? Okay,
online
online.
only.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And Jeff's got a lot of the stuff where he's caught up on everything. He's actually got some new stuff out there. I think our newest of the new to hit the website is Rapido N scale.
Huh?
All of our Rapido N scale is on the website.
I caught up on scale trains.
Well, yeah, yep. Scale
After
trains
that.
is all caught up, right? I think Athearn locomotives, Atlas locomotives are all caught up.
Yep.
So more rolling stock's going to start going out there. I think you're heading towards Intermountain or something.
Well, I'm working on Bowser right
Bowser.
now. So I got all of HO done. I've got N scale to go, which isn't very much. And then I still got to catch up on Aurora, Broadway Limited, KD, American Limited models.
So that's just working
Roca.
through our backlog, right?
Yeah.
We had that computer change, but just
Yeah.
made a heck of a
I just
progress on that.
Just about back to where we were. So that's
Wow.
a good feeling.
Always something else.
It's
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Every time I get an issue of the magazine done, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. And then it'll hit me, oh, this person asked me if I could get this or that. And it's like, yeah,
Yep,
Right.
never enough pages. And you probably
Yep.
never have enough shelves. Yeah.
I hear you. Totally. We're in the same boat there. Totally.
Oh, I mean, there's been so much
That's
product.
awesome.
That's now who's cooking for Thanksgiving?
We haven't decided that, I don't think yet.
Grandma usually does, so
Yeah.
she makes it happen. I don't even know what day we're doing it, or if, sometimes Jeff and I have to travel to see the other halves
Yeah.
of our families. So
Wow.
Yep.
still up in the air right now, but it's coming together. So
Yeah.
I'm
It'll be-
on it.
it'll be
I'm
good.
on it. I was pricing a smoked turkey breast at our favorite barbecue place down in Texas and decided, no, I'm not going to do that. And
that
so
sounds amazing.
I'm working on it. I mean, well,
Okay.
yeah, so
I want to hear about it.
I haven't figured it all out yet. Oh, that barbecue place down
Yeah,
there
that's
is,
awesome.
oh man, yeah.
I'm a pie maker, so my mom
Yeah?
taught me how to make pies. So I've done that several times for holidays and make a mean pumpkin and apple pies.
Oh
and-
man, I love pumpkin pie. Yeah.
yeah.
Usually I get the plate, I get my wedge of pumpkin pie and the can of whipped cream.
Yep.
Basically, you don't know I got a piece of pumpkin pie under there until I start eating it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Love
Oh,
it.
well, awesome. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. I appreciate the time and
Yeah. Thanks
want
for
to
hanging out.
Absolutely.
remind everybody to be watching Ray or Knott's Around the Layout podcast because we're going to
Yep.
be talking about Christmas, like holiday gifts and that kind of stuff. And I think you all are a special guest, and that shows out in the next week or so, right?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
coming up.
that's right.
So with Ray here, so
Yeah.
that'll be coming on the Around the Layout podcast. So always check that out. It's fun. You get to learn a lot. Several of our, good customers have been on there with their layouts talking about their stuff, and then you get to hear about other guys that you never met before of what they're doing, and it's
Always
neat.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
It's really neat.
it's
yeah.
inspiring
stuff, yeah.
to me anyway to listen to it, and
Very cool.
yeah.
Well,
Super
awesome,
cool.
guys. And remember, springcreekmodeltrains.com, and the telephone number to call is
402-365-7628.
That's
and
right.
get your personal shopper to, it's like, have you got this or that? And can you check? And she'll say, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or I'll
Make it
call you.
happen.
Usually with me, I got 2 or 3 things. And Glenda will say, can I call you right back? I'm like, oh, yeah, just call me later today. I just wonder if you got this.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome.
well, thanks, guys, and happy holidays to everybody. And
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving. All right.
We'll see
Thank
you
you,
later.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.